In this video, I'm going to use the following information to solve for the profit maximizing quantity. Imagine that a soccer ball manufacturer faces the following market. He faces a demand curve where the price is equal to 10 minus Q, a marginal revenue curve of 10 minus 2Q, a total cost curve of 3 plus Q plus 0.5 Q squared, and a marginal cost curve of 1 plus Q. Now, a monopolist chooses the profit maximizing quantity, so the profit is maximized by setting the marginal revenue equal to the marginal cost. So I can set that as 10 minus 2Q is equal to the marginal cost of 1 plus Q. I simply have one equation and one unknown, and so I can rearrange the equation and solve for my Q. So 3Q is equal to 9, or Q star, which is my equilibrium quantity, is equal to 9 divided by 3, or 3. And once I know the profit maximizing quantity, the monopolist needs to decide how much he's going to charge for that product in the marketplace. And the price that the monopolist can charge comes from the demand curve. The monopolist still faces the market demand curve of P equals 10 minus Q. So if I want to solve for the equilibrium price, P star, I simply plug the value of Q is equal to 3 back into the original demand curve, and I can see that the equilibrium price is 10 minus 3, which is equal to 7. So the monopolist is going to produce a quantity of 3 in the market, 3 soccer balls, and charge a price of $7. Now, what are the profits that the monopolist earns as a result of this decision? Well, we know that profits are equal to total revenue minus total costs. And total revenue here is simply $7 times the 3 units that are sold. So 7 times 3 minus the total cost, where I've defined total cost, the total cost curve as 3 plus Q, which is 3 here, plus 0.5 Q squared, or 4.5. And when I solve for this, I can see that the profits that the monopolist earned is 21 minus 10.5, or $10.50. Now, what happens if the soccer ball manufacturing market is open to many competitors? So the soccer ball market now becomes a perfectly competitive market. How would we expect the quantity produced in the market to change? Well, if you recall, in a perfectly competitive market, we know that price is equal to the marginal cost. So now I can set my price, which is 10 minus Q, and set that equal to the marginal cost of 1 plus Q. And with this information, again, I can just rearrange this and say that 2Q is equal to 9, and so my Q star in a perfectly competitive market is equal to 4.5. And we can see that in a perfectly competitive market, the market is going to produce more soccer balls than if a monopoly is allowed to operate in a perfectly competitive market. In the monopoly market, the monopolist only produces a quantity of 3 in order to maximize his profit and earn positive economic rents. In the case of a quantity being 4.5, we can see that consumers are better off in a perfectly competitive market because there are more units that are sold.